So I need to tell you about the... Let's have a nice picture for you. This is nice. Or down here. I'm so fascinated by water, not because of Jaws. I'm like fire and air as a being. So water is sort of fighting the fire, killing it. It cannot really mingle with air. It could mingle with earth, but I'm definitely not a earth person. I'm not into material things, and I'm not about feelings, which would be the water. That's why I'm so fascinated. When we were on the Mediterranean Sea for like a week or so, I was in front of the boat and always looking onto the water, how the boat was cutting the water, sort of. It looked like to get through it. I was so fascinated by that. I was constantly leaning over the front of the boat and looking at that very bit. Yeah. So, since I know that these two things reign within me, like I'm afraid of waters because of the movies I've seen, like the depth. I'm like, oh, if the water here is 400 meters deep, so if something makes this whole bit of water move and it's coming, it'll be a 100 meter high wave, and I'm not sustaining after that. I'm gonna be dead. So the Bible flood, the same there. They went like, oh yeah, there is the apocalypse in the Bible, and if the flood really was, okay, if it's gonna come again, as this apocalyptic writing is telling us, then how high might these waves be? So I went checking how deep are the seas, what do the coastlines look like, okay, how far into the continents could a wave proceed? Am I safe in Switzerland? When I'm in the Midland, maybe I have to go onto a mountain top. So which roads would still be open once a catastrophe like this happens? When there is no electricity, when the police is raining the people. I went through all of this. So since I am a air being, I'm good in imagination, in thinking, in coming up with ideas and, different ways to do things. So I was like, going into it, I went like, okay, there is probably gonna be some apocalyptic happening someday. Now, how am I gonna deal with it? Where do I store food? Different, mountains in Switzerland should have some food stored. What food do I store? At home, what food do I have? What tools do I need if there is a crisis? What dangers will be like I could always give you the answer right away as well, but in this point of the dangers, I really should point them out. So one danger might be the nuclear power plants are gonna kind of kill you, and then there is no electricity, so like the hospitals and stuff, they're kind of having some electricity for some time, but then problems arise. Due to no electricity, you have no water, so you need to store water. I had water canisters and water stored, like 10 water canisters, and so on.